Good morning, everyone. How's it going today? I hope you guys all had a fabulous weekend. I certainly did. We had some weather change here, so with it being officially fall, I guess the weather decided to act like it. It is a chilly 55 degrees. Headed up to a high of 63 today. It's overcast. If you're new here, I'd appreciate it if you'd subscribe and ring the bell for notifications so you don't miss another video. Welcome back if you've been here before. Leave me a comment and say hi, introduce yourself. Thanks for joining me today. I hope you guys like this video. As you can tell from the title of my video, I've had some pretty good interest from a couple of nice gentlemen on Facebook over the weekend. And I think it's a pretty reasonable possibility that I sell the Vespa here in the next couple of days. It's bittersweet. I have loved this ride and continue to love it. But I think it's time for me to have a little bit of variety. And that's what this channel is going to bring, is a little bit more variety. I'm going to, be a relatively new motorcycle rider. And I'm going to go from there. We're gonna still go on rides the same as I do now, just with a whole different machine. And someday, hopefully my channel gets big enough to where my wife will let me have more than one toy at a time. And I think there's a pretty good likelihood my next toy would be a Vespa. So we'll see what they have in the Vespa lineup when that day comes, when my channel gets some, some pretty good growth and some good wheels under it. So I have had one of those weekends where I got a lot of relaxation in, and I got to see the Chiefs barely pull one out again. Nothing new there. So it was a fun weekend. Slept in a little bit, got a little extra rest, and on Saturday I had a good friend of mine stand me up. So I spent the entire day calling Triumph dealers and finding out if they have what I'm looking for in stock. I'm trying to delay the time between when I sell this Vespa and when my new Triumph arrives. So I was calling, I called 16 dealerships nationwide, and I did a whole lot of research on shipping a bike. I think I talked to, it was 5 more auto shipping companies. So I've got it narrowed down to what I'm going to do and who I'm going to use. So I'm just patiently waiting to see which nice guy off Facebook takes this Vespa off my hands. So we'll see. I talked to one super nice guy, and he's an experienced rider, and he's excited for a Vespa. So I'm really hoping he gets it, because I think it's going to be great for him. He's looking for something to, shoot across his neighborhood and run errands on, and, use it 2 to 5 miles at a time. So he won't get some of my highway usage that I get, but he's a super nice guy, and You know, he's married with family, and I just think it'd be a nice ride for him. So we'll see how that goes. He's going to get back with me, and then I've got 2 other men that are kicking it around and kicking the tires. So we'll see. I think today or tomorrow's probably when it'll go down. So that could make this the last ride I have on this 2023 Vespa GTS 300 Super Sport. We'll see one way or the other. But it's been a fun weekend. Oh, that guy didn't need to stop for me. I'm in no hurry, buddy. What'd everybody do this weekend? Did you guys get out and enjoy the nice fall weather? We had rain all day Saturday, and it kept me inside, and it kept one of my good friends from working. So I was thinking we were gonna have a day where we could get together and hang out. But I guess his girlfriend needed him for more important things. We'll see. He'll probably hear me and give that a chuckle. But I think he actually said he ran his grandma on some trip across the state. So and then Sunday I got to watch some pretty darn good football games. A lot of really good games. Chiefs game was close, but not a real thriller until the end. Goal line stand to win the game. But, you know, of course there was a no call on a pass interference. I thought a probably obvious pass interference call. I can see when my team has defensive pass interference, and I can admit, yes, I believe that was pass interference. It didn't get called. I can usually see when that happens. And it does happen. Not any more often for the Chiefs than it does other teams, I think. You know, I think there's bad calls in every game for every team. For and against every team. So I never get my my feathers too ruffled. How about that? For, you know, over referee calls. There were a lot of years, you know, I saw Troy Aikman getting all the calls, Michael Irvin getting all the calls for the Cowboys, and the Broncos getting their calls when they were on their Super Bowl runs, and everybody thinking it was fixed. And then, of course, we had the 49ers run, and we had the Patriots decade and a half run, you know, where they're caught inflating balls and deflating balls and crazy stuff like that. I'm not much of a believer in that. You know what? Troy Aikman knew how to get her done, and he had a surrounding cast that was so good. That's what wins games. Of course, I saw their team committing penalties that I thought should have been called. But you know what? What it comes down to is how tough are they mentally, you know? Can they overcome the bad call? Can they overcome 3 or 4 calls in a row? That's what I think it is. I'll look at these cool pumpkins on top of this pedestal here. Wow, that is pretty cool. Kind of creepy. This might be my last time out to the ranch, guys, on my Vespa anyway. You know I'll come here when I get my Triumph anyway, but I love how they move these coyotes around their yard. That is funny. They probably do it to keep geese off their lawn. Yeah, so I'm a little bit bummed out today, but I'm happy. I'm happy for, you know, not just my chance to maybe get some variety on my rides and to try out a new machine and get that new bike out on the road. Get used to using a clutch again. You know, I'm looking forward to the challenge that'll provide, but I'm gonna miss my old friend right here. This Vespa has been the eye-opening experience of my life. You know, other than the eye-opening experience it is when you have your first kid. You know, I mean, that's a big one. You know, when you go, wow, you know what, my world is different today when I woke up. You know, there's some big ones in life that are like that. You know, the passing of a family member, and, you know, having a new baby. Those are really big. Your first time you drive in a car, you know, by yourself at 16, 17 years old, those are big. And for me, a big one was getting my own two-wheeler and getting out on it and enjoying the serenity that's brought. I just have to put it right up there in some of my funnest, you know, most relaxing moments of my life. And I owe a lot of it to this Vespa. Many more days to come, and I hope to have another Vespa someday, you know, again. I'd love it if my channel just blew up and I needed multiple bikes to ride, and I could pick and choose what I wanted to take that day. Ultimately, I envision having, you know, maybe like a 3-bike garage with a Vespa and a motorcycle, and then maybe have that third one be, you know, something crazy, maybe like a electric motorcycle or an electric scooter, something that's radically different, and just take those, you know, on places where they work best for the ride and be able to talk about the differences. I think that sounds like a lot of fun, and that's my goal for the future of this channel. I've had a lot of people ask me what I was going to do, you know, when I sold this Vespa, and that's my goal. And I don't really ever see myself as being a bike reviewer. I don't really see myself as having 1 day or 2 days to get out with a bike and seeing what it does. That I like to watch those, but that just isn't really my thing, I don't think. So we'll see. I've got plenty of time to think about that before my channel gets big enough like that. So but, you know, I'd like to talk about some of the things that have been so good about this Vespa. And, you know, we all know that there's a couple things that we wish Vespa would do. You know, everybody wishes they could fit their full face helmet under the seat. You know, that'd be great. That's a good change that they could make. And oh, what are a couple others? There's a couple of small things, you know, like filling up the fuel tank. That's pretty hard, but, you know, with the addition of my fuel funnel from Scooter West, that was a good addition, and that makes it much easier. But that's something that Piaggio could you know, make a little bit easier for people, so they don't have that overspill of fuel. I haven't really had it happen since I put that fuel funnel on, though. And by the way, whoever buys this, it's coming with it under the seat, so just check there. But, you know, some of the great things about this Vespa are the quality construction. This thing hasn't had a single issue. And I've had cars, you know, built by Toyota that I've had way more issues with in the first 90 days than I have in the first year with this thing. So, you know, quality construction, all of the components, attention to detail. You know, I just think they did a great job on designing this thing and using high quality parts. They're not cheap, but they're worth it. Let's see, what else do I just love about this thing? I love the seat quality, the seat comfort. I can be on this thing for, you know, a half hour, 45 minutes to an hour, and I don't even notice. My old butt, it hurts when I sit in a chair at my house for 30 minutes. But I can sit on this seat, you know, for an hour, maybe even 2 hours, and I don't think I'd notice any pain or any discomfort. It also absorbs some shocks pretty well. It, you know, every once in a while a little bump or a little pothole sneaks up on me and I don't have time to adjust for it, and it absorbs it really well, the seat and the suspension. So, you know, and that's there's one thing that I've heard about, you know, Vespas in general, is them burning a little bit of oil. But this thing's never burned a drop of oil. Not one drop. I've never had to top it off. And it's just run like a champ. I've never had the engine get too hot. I've checked the coolant level. It's always good. Oh, hey, somebody's feeding the reindeer over here today, it looks like. Wow, look at this big one with the antlers. Look at that big one with the antlers right there by the truck. Try not to get run over by this. Wow, that is so cool. He's feeding them. Fun stuff. One thing I do is a day like today, when it is 55 degrees instead of, you know, the 65 and 70 degrees that I was riding last week, is I aired the tires up a little bit. They were 6 pounds low. I took the front tire from 20 to 26 and a half, and I took the back tire from 30 to 36. And that is just like clockwork. When it changes temperature and gets cooler, I need to put a little bit of fresh air in these tires. Gas mileage has been great on this thing. It's gotten, you know, between 50 and 70 miles to the gallon the entire time I've had it. I don't ride the heck out of it either, but, you know, I think that's what a lot of gas mileage is based on. But just taking it nice and steady on this thing, you know, 55, keeping it 55 miles. There are occasions when I hit the freeway and do 70, but at 55 miles an hour, it gets 65 miles to the gallon. So I'm impressed with the miles per gallon. But I've been just really happy with it. And, you know, I'd like to thank you guys for watching over the last year and 1 month now of videos, and, you know, watching my YouTube channel. You know, I've enjoyed making you guys videos, just like I've enjoyed riding this Vespa. And I appreciate everybody. You know, I appreciate, you know, my subscribers, and, even, you know, there's been some that were generous and, you know, bought me coffee. And even last week, I had Eric H buy me coffee, and I told Eric that, you know, like I said below in the description of the video, that $25 is going to my next bike fund. And when I buy this new bike, I'm gonna keep doing that. I'm gonna keep saving any donations and anything I've made off of affiliate links or anything like that. All of that is gonna go towards buying me my next one, and, you know, doing cool upgrades. And, you know, I'll be excited when I can get to the day when, you know, I can do some videos where I try out accessories and that kind of thing, and I look forward to that. I like doing review videos on accessories. Those are kind of fun. They're challenging, you know, speaking right to the camera, and, you know, being able to really show the good and the bad of a product, and I enjoy that. So I'm gonna keep doing that. I'm gonna keep putting affiliate links in, and you know, that buy me a coffee link below. You don't ever have to feel like you have to do that. And that's just for people that, you know, just want to go above and beyond. And I appreciate them too, you know, for doing that. But just being a subscriber and, you know, chatting with you guys watching my videos and commenting, and you know, getting to be friends with, and, you know, getting close to people. That's really what this Vespa journey has brought me. And, you know, I want to keep doing it. I'm gonna keep doing it. And if this bike sells, you know, in the next few days, I'm gonna put pictures on you know, put a post up on YouTube. And of course, when I get a new bike, I will put up a video, you know, saying, hey, check it out, this is the new ride. And even before I'm out on it with my helmet doing motovlog videos with it. So I'm gonna put you know, like a showcase video together of you know, what it looks like. And, you know, I might even get to put up some pictures of the person that buys it. Oh, look at this funny skeletons. People are ready for Halloween already. But I'm gonna put up some pictures, you know, if they allow me to, of course. I'm gonna put up some pictures of them, you know, maybe getting the new Vespa, and, you know, with a thumbs up, that kind of thing. So I know the Vespa family that goes to. But guys, I'm gonna end the video here. But if you don't hear from me for a few days, you know, maybe this did sell, and the title of this video is right. Okay, so guys, I love y'all, and I appreciate y'all. I thank you for watching, and make sure you're subscribed so you'll see my next video. All right, guys, I appreciate you watching. I'll catch you again soon. Take care, everybody. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.